Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Tayler and
Colleen.
Episode 31.
Heck yeah. 13 backwards.
Oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming. Love it though.
I can find it anywhere.
She loves her 13s. Well, it's exciting. It's like we're starting a new decade or something.
I know. Our new era.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have exciting news. We're seeing Nellie tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is it? Yeah. Pete, are you excited?
I know. Trying to jump. Hey, dude. Okay.
I know. I'm really thrilled. I texted Norman last night, though, and I was like, by the way, tickets are still on sale.
If you want to go.
Just saying, I got to choose the next podcast outing, and that's what I chose.
It's just us two.
It's just you and I.
Everyone's like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, understandable because we're in Arizona. It's kind of hot, but it's going to be cloudy tomorrow. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What if it like haboobs while we're there?
That would kind of be cool.
It'd be really cool.
We have like sand in our mouth and our eyes and our hair. We're all Nelly.
Nothing can make me miss it.
Yeah. Other than that, I feel like I haven't really been up to anything.
I've been having, well, this is really random. I won't share personal details, but cut that out. But do you ever have like really, really random like cravings for something and like you can never find it, but you vividly remember it being like available regularly? So like I've been craving these like bagel chips. And I remember having them all the time for lunch, like in junior high and stuff. And they used to have like different flavors of like garlic. Like you'd buy them at the store, but I would like pack them in my lunch.
Okay.
And I've been craving them and I can't find them anywhere.
I don't know if I know what those are. Because at first I thought you were talking about Trader Joe's because they have like bagel crackers or something. But interesting.
Okay. I thought you might be able to help me out.
I'm like, you can go to this exact grocery store.
I'm already thinking about my snacks after we're done recording.
What would you eat a bagel chip with? Cream cheese?
Just plain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're like flavored enough.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, if you find them, let me know.
I will.
Maybe it'll bring back some memories that I don't remember.
Yeah, that's where my mind is at, is food right now. But I'll get into murder in a second.
We'll get into that stuff. Well, do you have something to tell me?
I sure do. Well, yeah, I get to go first again this week.
Yeah. And I get to chill again first.
Yeah. Okay, Tayler, I've got something to tell you. And today I'm going to tell you about the stalking and ultimately the death of Cindy James.
Oh.
Okay.
Cindy or Sydney?
Cindy.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And we're going to get right into it because this one is twisted.
Can't wait.
I can't wait to hear your theories at the end.
I'm excited.
Okay. So Cindy was born in 1944 in Ontario. She is the oldest of 6 kids, and people who knew her described her as smart, thoughtful, and very gentle. Oh. She took that gentle nature into her adulthood because she started a career in nursing. And she specialized in working with children who had emotional and behavioral struggles, which I feel like during this time probably was like an underserved generation. So kudos to her. But this was her calling. She had this mix of compassion and patience that made her perfect for it. People said that she wasn't always the most outgoing, but that she was the one in the room that the kids naturally trusted.
Oh,
I know. Her kindness did not stop there. Outside of work, she would foster kids and was always opening her home to those who needed it.
Oh my God.
I know. All around, just the person people turned to if they needed help. Now, in 1966, Cindy marries Dr. Roy Makepeace, who was a psychiatrist 18 years older than her. So at this point, she's 22 and he is 40.
Okay.
So on paper, he was great. They were a perfect match. He was very well respected, well educated. He's also super financially stable, so it also helps her like fund these, different philanthropic like ventures that she has.
Oh, okay.
but they do seem to be a good match until they find out that behind closed doors, things were very different. Cindy would tell friends that Roy could be very controlling, and Roy himself admitted that during fights, he did hit her. So definitely lots of red flags, and not just red flags, get out of there.
Yeah.
Situations. The marriage lasted for 16 years, but by 1982, it was done. Cindy had had enough, so she got divorced and moved her life to live on her own in Richmond, British Columbia. All of this is in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another Canada.
I know. I was thinking about that on the way over here. I was like, I've done a lot of Canada ones, and they just have really interesting murders.
I know. And it's just like, you think of Canada and it's like, you think nothing. Well, I say you, me.
Yeah, I think
like
in general.
nothing goes on there, but apparently a lot does.
Yeah. You think nice, friendly people. But maybe it's majority nice, friendly, but that, like, then because they're all so nice, the like ones that are on the other extreme are like really extreme.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
There's just like a small group of haters.
Yeah.
Or killers.
A little bit of both, probably. Yeah. So she is starting her life over in Richmond, and now she is the newly independent Cindy. She's in her mid-30s, and she's starting her life over. That's when she starts getting phone calls. At first, when she starts getting these calls, it's just silence. Sometimes it's heavy breathing on the other line. Other times it's a click and a hang up.
Oh, classic.
Classic
Creep.
Then the whispering starts.
Ew, whispering.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Whisper in your ear. So whoever is on the other line starts saying short little oh my goodness.
Phrasers. Can we call them that instead of phrases?
Sure. These phrasers are in a deep voice, and they are things like, "You're dead, Cindy. Dead meat soon. Soon, Cindy, soon."
Ew, all in a whisper?
All in a whisper.
Dead meat.
Yeah, you do it. ASMR.
What was the other ones?
"You're dead, Cindy. Dead meat soon. Soon, Cindy, soon."
Oh, I don't like those.
No, so you're not going to do it. Okay.
Just the dead
Respect. It's fine. It's your prerogative. Your prerogative. But it didn't stop at the calls. It doesn't stop. But calls came at all hours of the day and night. Sometimes she'd get multiple in one night, but she's smart, so she reports them right away. But there wasn't much that the police could do because it's the 80s and these are anonymous calls. So she's reporting them as fast as she possibly can. But.
And since it's the 80s, you can't black a call.
Yeah. I didn't think about that either.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. But it escalates. Notes start showing up. They'd be a mix of either handwritten letters, or they would be the like cutout magazine, like old school ransom note style letters.
Oh, like he was like crafting.
He had a craft corner. Or she.
To send Cindy later.
He has just like a drawer full of R's.
My Cindy craft corner.
Yeah. But these notes would say things like, "It's going to get worse," or "Soon, Cindy." And things definitely got worse. Cindy came home multiple nights to find her porch lights completely smashed. She'd get freaked out and go to make a call to report the lights, or would be like it would be like the lights, or she would be home alone and she felt like she heard something in the house and she would run to go pick up the phone to make a report, and the line would be completely dead.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
So when she would call the repair people, they could usually find the phone line out by the phone box, but more than once the line was cut directly to the phone, which meant it was cut from inside the house.
What?
Yes.
Psycho.
And then there was the pillow. So one night Cindy gets home and goes into her bedroom to find her pillow completely slashed to pieces. Someone had stabbed it multiple times.
Okay, after that, I would leave the house.
Yeah. You'd think. So they find the knife left behind that was used to cut up the pillow, but it doesn't belong to Cindy, which means that someone had brought the weapon with them and left it behind, which I find very chilling.
Yeah, because it's almost like, I don't care.
Exactly.
Leave it here.
Yeah. The stalker keeps terrorizing her. Eventually, you're going to hate this, leaving dead animals in her yard.
Ugh.
Sorry. But they strangled a neighbor's cat and left it for Cindy to find. I know, Taylor's shaking her head at me. She's had enough of these cat torturers.
I have.
Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, what are the police doing to help her? Because Cindy is calling them a lot. And at first, they did take it seriously. They tapped her phone. They were hoping to trace the calls. They even set up stakeouts outside of her house at night. But here's the thing, is that whenever the police were around, nothing happened. So all these calls that she's reporting would just like stop. The notes wouldn't show up and the house would just be absolutely quiet.
Weird.
Yeah. So then as soon as the cops would pull away, all of it would start up again.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. But this looks a little suspicious to the officers at the same time. Frustrating for Cindy, sus to the officers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, things escalate again. January 27th, 1983 is the first attack. So Cindy's friend Agnes Woodcock paused. I knew it.
What?
As soon
I saw your face.
I literally put pause for immaturity.
Don't blame me. I saw you before I started laughing. She just said it and then she looked at me immediately.
Don't act like you weren't gonna giggle.
Totally was.
Yeah, I know. Anyways.
Pause for immaturity. Love that.
Listen, I giggled too, so. Anyways, Agnes, not saying it again, Agnes stops by and she gets no answer at the front door. So she goes looking and finds Cindy outside, crouched down with a black nylon stocking tied tightly around her neck. When Cindy can finally talk, she says that someone had grabbed her as she was heading to the garage and strangled her until she blacked out.
Whoa.
Yeah. However, there are no footprints, no forced entry, and no usable prints. It's just Cindy, dazed and hurt, in the backyard. And so police take the report. Doctors know injuries, but not much else from the attack. It does not stop there. The pattern becomes attack, report, no physical evidence, anyone else was there. So I'm going to go through all of the attacks on Cindy now.
Okay.
So January 30th, 1984, late afternoon, maybe early evening, a friend had actually given Cindy a two-way radio for safety because of all of these all of these threats that she's getting.
Yeah.
So she has this two-way radio and he starts hearing weird noises over the radio. So he heads over to her house. He finds Cindy unconscious on her living room floor with a paring knife stabbed through her left hand.
Oh my God.
Pinning a cut and paste note to her skin. The note reads, "Now you must die." What's a C word? I don't want to say it.
Oh, the CUNT.
Yeah.
Ugh,
sorry.
Don't like that one.
Doesn't normally bother me when other people say it. I just don't like saying it.
I don't like it.
Okay. So just
either.
Okay, good. Sorry. But yeah, so that is written on the note. And then there's also a black stocking knotted around her neck. When she comes to, Cindy says she saw a man come through her gate and get inside, and then everything went dark. She remembers a needle in her arm. Doctors find a needle mark in her right arm, but toxicology shows no drugs in her system.
What?
Yeah. She even takes a polygraph, And the officers later say results were inconclusive. So, this was a brutal and very specific attack, somehow still leads to a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
July 23rd, 1984, early evening, Cindy's out walking her dog near Dunbar Park. She later says a bearded man in a green van with a female passenger attacked her. Around midnight, she's found dazed at a neighbor's door with a gray nylon stocking around her neck. She goes to the hospital, and staff note that she has 2 puncture marks in her right arm. So this is weird because while she's being treated, a man with an accent calls the front desk of the hospital asking about the security at the hospital, like almost like how strong is the security there? What?
They're like, that's not suspicious at
No.
all. They're like, pretty strong.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked. When police later play Roy Makepeace's voice, who is Cindy's ex-husband, for the receptionist who got the call, she says that there was a strong possibility it was the same caller.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did her husband have an accent, or was he faking an accent?
Faking it.
Oh.
But again, nothing adds up, and Cindy goes back to living her life.
Girl, move out.
Yeah. December 11th, 1985, Cindy's found semi-conscious in a ditch a little over 3 miles from her home. She's wearing men's work boots and 1 glove. There is a nylon stocking tied tightly around her neck. There are no witnesses, no prints, or no clear path for how she got there. So it's just one thing after another.
And a lot of nylon stockings.
So after years of this cycle, the calls, the stockings, and the attacks, the cops start changing their tone a little bit. They're no longer treating Cindy like a victim. They're treating her like a suspect in her own case. They point out that a lot of her wounds look too neat, that they could have been self-inflicted. They note that nobody has ever witnessed one of these attacks, and that she's always found after the fact, and she's always found like just in time, almost as if it was staged.
Mm-hmm. Like they don't actually kill her.
Mm-hmm. Like she's always like, oh, this just happened to me.
Yeah, and they just escaped or something.
And it's always some sort of like different depiction of who attacked her.
Yeah. Like the man and the woman the last time.
Yes. So I'm just stating the facts because I will get to it at the end. But yes, those are just the facts of the story. So they start kind of doubting her. Even some of her doctors start suggesting that her stress and that, so she's a lot of stress because of all of the things that are happening, but they start suggesting that she's having some sort of like psychological breakdown.
Oh.
But again, Roy Makepeace, her ex, he chimes in because he's also started getting threatening phone calls. And one of those calls was actually recorded. The voice is whispering and harsh, and the words are the exact same that Cindy has been hearing for years. It says, "Cindy, dead meat soon." So when the tape was played later, people said that the voice actually sounded like it could be a woman.
Oh.
So the police are thinking, was Cindy making these calls herself with a disguised voice? Was there some kind of like unknown woman involved in tormenting her? Everything's just getting like murkier by the minute.
I like already have a theory, but I'll just wait till you're
okay.
done. I mean, it's probably not it.
I'm excited for your theory.
Okay.
So all of these questions are almost worse for Cindy because she's like, I'm begging for help, and basically people are telling her that we don't believe you. So now things get even stranger. Cindy's house suddenly goes up in flames. More than once.
What?
In one case, firefighters said that the fire had clearly been set from inside the house. Another time, police officers literally watched smoke pouring out of her home, and when they rushed in, Cindy was actually standing outside with her dog. House is burning. There's no signs of a break-in.
Yeah.
So what is
Weird.
going on? Again, to the cops, this looks staged. To Cindy, it was more proof that her stalker was just getting more dangerous. Okay, so this is all taking a toll on Cindy, and she stops eating. Friends said that she looked gaunt, nervous, and just very unlike herself.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, because of all of this that's going on, she is admitted to a psychiatric hospital. There, she admitted she had been having thoughts of suicide, but she still insisted, regardless of these thoughts and, whatever sort of stress and depression I'm having, these attacks are real.
Mm-hmm.
She even told a nurse, "I know what's happening to me sounds unbelievable, but it is happening." So during the stay, Cindy also started saying more disturbing things. She told doctors that she had seen her ex-husband, Roy Makepeace, killing people. Now, this was never backed up with evidence, but she says that this was while they were married, and police never tied Roy to anything even close to this. But it was one more thing that made investigators and doctors question Cindy's mental state. So was she unraveling under all of the pressure, or was she finally saying out loud what she'd been too scared to admit before?
Mm-hmm.
Again, all of these mysteries and murkiness coming out of the woodwork. So the more she talked, the less people believed her. Doctors wrote in her chart that she was likely orchestrating all of this herself. Police doubled down on the idea she was staging everything. And even some of her friends started to pull back, just kind of exhausted by the chaos.
Yeah.
Which, sorry, I'm laughing out of nervousness, not at her.
Yeah.
By 1989, Cindy was released, but had been living like this for almost 7 years.
Damn.
Yeah. So the calls, the notes, the attacks, the doubt. She ended up moving multiple times. She put in alarms. She got a guard dog, and she even changed jobs. But there were hundreds of records of reports that Cindy had called in. So, this was not stopping or slowing down, regardless of what she tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then in May 1989, Cindy vanishes.
Oh, just gone?
Just gone. She had gone shopping, she was running some errands, and then just disappeared. 2 weeks later, her body was found in the yard of an abandoned house in Richmond. The scene is horrifying. Cindy was fully clothed. She's lying on the ground. Her hands and feet were bound behind her back, hog-tied with black nylon stockings. Another stocking was knotted tightly around her neck, and inside her system was a massive lethal dose of morphine and other sedatives.
Mm-hmm.
The morphine dose was so high, experts said she wouldn't have been able to tie herself up afterward, but police countered that she could have taken smaller doses over time, built up tolerance, and staged her own death. Some details about how her body was found was that her body's decomposition suggested that she'd only been dead about a week, even though she had been missing for 2. One of her fingers was worn down to the bone, believed to be from trying to scratch herself free from the restraints. Her official cause of death was not murder or suicide. The coroner ruled it an unknown event, which is just the most unsatisfying verdict of all time.
You're so which one was it?
So they hold an inquest for Cindy, which ends up being one of the most expensive and largest in British Columbia history. So an inquest in this situation is not necessarily a trial, but the coroner presenting the findings. And so they're just this is the cause of death, and this is why we believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
So Roy himself, good old ex Roy, testifies, and he says that he did not believe Cindy could have hogtied herself the way that she was found, and that he believed that all of the things that she was saying was true, that she was being stalked, and that like finally like he's coming to her defense essentially.
Oh.
Now here's the unfortunate thing is that this case is over 30 years old and it is still unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are tons of theories out there. People believe that Cindy 100% did it, that she was staging all of these things herself. People believe that there was actually somebody stalking her and that there was a murder and he finally got to her. But people are so all over the place in their theories. But I'm going to tell you my favorite theory.
Okay.
So remember how Cindy said that she saw her ex-husband killing people?
Yeah.
So the theory is that Cindy's ex worked with a Dr. James Tyhurst, and Dr. James Tyhurst has ties to Project Artichoke, which do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
That is what they called MK Ultra.
Oh.
Which is basically like mind control.
Mm-hmm.
And they would use morphine to control people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
And so the theory is that her husband and Tyhurst were seen killing people together,
Mm-hmm.
and that Tyhurst was actually terrorizing Cindy with like MK Ultra style mind control with like these morphine, like these type of things. So she was doing these things to herself, but under like the duress of him controlling her.
Wait, so they definitely knew each other, or that's just like a theory that maybe he...
It's a theory.
Oh, okay.
They definitely knew each other, but this
they
is
did?
like this is like the theory.
Okay. Well,
So
I feel like that's possible then.
I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite thing that I read about this case. But this case is nuts. And like, again, like this went on for, what was it? 9 years? 7 years? 9 years?
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I like the theory that you said, because that would make sense. Because I just, like, to me, I'm like, if she really did have a stalker and he was inside the house at one point stabbing her pillow, why wouldn't he have killed her? Like, why would he do that for, did you say 7 years?
7 years.
Yeah, 7 like long years. And then if a lot of things happening from inside the house, like my thoughts were she had like a split personality, because a lot of people don't know
and
that
that's
they do.
What they say is like, that was another theory of like, well, she was doing it to herself. Like she was doing it to herself, like unknowingly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also going back to the phone call to her husband of like the woman's voice. They think it might have been her, but like she doesn't know that she's doing it.
Because they literally don't have the memories. Like it's like two people in your body.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's crazy. But yeah, unsolved. And there are, again, like I said, tons of things out there, people coming up with new theories and new ideas of what they think happened to Cindy.
That's crazy. That was a good one.
Thanks.
I like the unsolved ones because you're like, what?
I know.
What was it?
I always feel bad with the unsolved ones because like there is no like conclusion to it. Like, you know, oh, they're still in jail and still alive, or no, like they're gone. But you know, it's
room for all the theories.
Yeah. And people take that room and fill it up real fast.
They sure do.
But yeah, that is the crazy unsolved story of Cindy James, her stalker, and her unfortunate death.
Heck yeah. I liked it.
Thanks.
Okay, so should we take a quick break?
Yep.
And then get into mine?
All right.
So we're back. And Colleen, I've got something to tell you. So we're going to cover ghost ships.
Cool.
I was like excited to tell you that because I was like, I don't know. She likes the ocean. She might think it's cool. And you might actually know of some of these. Oh, and I picked a few because they're pretty short.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the Mary Celeste. So on December 4th, 1872, the British brig de Gracia was sailing through the Atlantic near Azores when her crew spotted another vessel drift. And I like that they refer to the boat as her.
Yeah.
It's cute. She was the Mary Celeste, an American merchant brigantine. At first glance, she looked seaworthy, her sails partially set. No obvious signs of distress, but when Captain Morehouse of the de Gracia sent men aboard, they discovered a chilling mystery. The ship was completely abandoned.
What?
The Mary Celeste had left New York only weeks earlier, carrying Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their young daughter, and a crew of 7. She was loaded with over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol bound for Genoa, Italy. Yet when she was found, the lifeboat was missing, the logbook entries stopped abruptly, and the personal belongings of the crew and passengers were untouched. The cargo was intact, the food supply was full, and the ship itself was seaworthy. So, obviously, speculation was pirates, mutiny, sea quakes, water spouts, or even alcohol fumes causing a panic. But no evidence ever solved the mystery. The Mary Celeste simply vanished, leaving behind one of the most enduring ghost ship legends in history. So, obviously, I'm going to look up like the paranormal aspects of it. So the first theory is alien abduction.
Love that.
Some theorists claim that the entire crew was snatched mid-voyage, explaining why they vanished without a trace.
Okay.
I mean, I believe it.
Uh-huh.
The second one is sea monsters. Also believe that because...
Nessie.
Yeah. And also, like, the ocean's so big.
I love how scared you are of the ocean.
I hate the ocean. I respect the ocean. I don't want to go in it.
I know my favorite thing to do to Tayler is send her like anything.
I know. I love that. That's your favorite thing to do.
Listen, she sends me stuff too. She's not innocent.
And sometimes when you send me those things, other ones will pop up on my
I'm trying to destroy your
reels.
algorithm.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
The one that comes up a lot is the North Sea, and that one scares me so much.
The noise in the background always makes me laugh. The like, ooh, oh.
I love that you knew it because I was like, I don't even know what that's called, but it makes it so much creepier.
It's so creepy.
It's like all these guys like chanting like some kind of song. I like imagine guys like rowing a boat.
It's like, yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
then
look
get
it
out of
up.
here.
Just look up the North Sea. It always has that music in the
or
background.
look it up. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah. So 19th century papers occasionally hinted at giant squids or sea serpents as culprits attacking and scaring the crew into abandoning ship. Why would you abandon the ship when there's like a gigantic sea serpent and giant squid? They're like, God, take me away.
Yeah.
Another theory is the Bermuda Triangle effect. Though the ship was found outside the traditional Bermuda Triangle, some link it to similar mysterious vanishings, suggesting dimensional rifts or time slips. I really like that theory because I feel like that doesn't only happen with the ocean. It's like the airplanes and stuff too, when they just like vanish.
Yeah. I feel like you haven't met a theory that you haven't liked so far.
That is true. I like all the theories. Cursed cargo. The industrial alcohol was thought by some to be bad energy that cursed the voyage, dooming the crew spiritually. So I guess in sailor superstition, certain kinds of cargo were considered unlucky. Flammable or dangerous substances like alcohol were often seen as cursed since they carried invisible risks like fumes or explosions. And they say that felt like bad spirits. That was funny. That's probably my least favorite theory, but it's still not bad.
Okay.
What was your favorite?
I like the aliens.
Yeah, the aliens is pretty cool. They're like, we're just going to snatch these people right up.
Well, and it reminded me of Kylie. No. Yeah. Was it Kylie who told us about
sea aliens? She did.
Yeah.
Oh. Got to ask her
Bring her
take
back.
on that one. Bring her back on the pod. She knows more than us.
Yep.
So the next ghost ship is the SS Orang Medan.
Oh, wrong?
Oh, wrong. Yeah, I specifically looked up how to pronounce it, and I put it in parentheses as oh, wrong. But it's spelled Ourang, Medan. And I think this was like Southeast Asia. So I don't know. Maybe that name has a meaning. But one of the most chilling ghost ship tales came from the waters of the Strait of Malacca in the late 1940s. According to reports, multiple ships received a distress call from the Dutch freighter SS Orang Medan. The message was fragmented but terrifying. All officers, including Captain Dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead. After a pause, a final chilling message followed. I die. I think it was just like, I die. Just like die.
Or it's like, I die.
I die.
Very Rachel Zoe.
When rescuers boarded the drifting vessel, they were met with a nightmare. The entire crew lay dead. Their bodies sprawled across the decks and corridors, eyes wide open, mouths frozen in silent screams. Even the ship's dog was found lifeless, teeth bared, yet there were no signs of injury.
Oh my God.
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Before an investigation could take place, smoke began pouring from the cargo hold. The rescuers barely escaped before the Orang Medan exploded and sank beneath the waves, taking her secrets with her. The story spread widely, but the lack of official records has led many to call it a maritime legend rather than fact.
Mm.
Still, the image of the ship filled with the frozen corpses and a final ghostly SOS lingers in maritime lore. So, the theories. The first one being some kind of like paranormal force or ghost attack. Due to the frozen, horrified expressions on the crew's faces, led some to suggest that they saw something unearthly like ghosts or demons.
Ooh.
Which is so scary.
Sea
what are
demons?
they doing? I know. I'm like, what are they doing out in the ocean?
Yeah, that makes me feel unsafe. They can get anywhere.
Did I ruin the ocean for you?
No.
Okay.
A little bit.
Have fun on your next cruise. Just kidding.
Whatever.
The next theory, supernatural weapons. Some connect the Orang Medan to World War II experiments, hinting at a cursed or paranormal chemical weapon that triggered the deaths and explosion. This ties into Cold War rumors that both the US and Soviets were experimenting with psychotronic or mind-based weapons at that time. The next theory is the spirit of the sea. Sailors whispered that the crew was punished for disturbing sacred waters, struck down by a supernatural entity. And since their boat was found near Southeast Asia, these are some of the spirits, deities, and ghosts they believed in that it could have been. The first one being, it's Naga. Naga? I don't know. But it's Malay and Indonesian lore. So it's a powerful serpent-like water being, and it's a protector of the sea. And it says to anger them could mean destruction. So, possibility.
Yeah.
The next one, don't know how to say the name, but so, well, Orang, O-R-A-N-G, but then the second one's like Bunyan, I think. Bunions are kind of scary too.
True.
So these are invisible supernatural beings in Malay folklore. I hate that they're invisible. That is scary as fuck. Sometimes benevolent, but if disrespected, they could cause illness or death. So maybe they disrespected them.
Yeah.
The next one, Cantu Lot, which means sea ghosts. Restless souls of those who drowned at sea, doomed to wander the waters and sometimes take others with them. Sometimes. And the last one, just being a phantom ship, because the Orang Medan had no solid paper trail. In shipping records, some argue it never existed and the whole thing was just a legend.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah. So the next one you probably heard of, the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
So the legend of the Flying Dutchman, this occurred in the 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay. The legend begins in the 17th century with a Dutch captain often named Hendrik van der Decken, who attempted to round the treacherous Cape of Good Hope during a violent storm. His crew begged him to turn back, but he swore he would complete his voyage, cursing God and vowing to sail forever if he must.
Oh.
I know. Hope you brought some Dramamine. According to the legend, his blasphemy doomed him. The Flying Dutchman was condemned to sail the seas for eternity, never able to make port. Sailors through the centuries have claimed to see her, a ghostly ship glowing with an otherworldly light, appearing out of storms or mist. To glimpse her was considered a terrible omen of disaster. One of the most famous reports came in 1881 when Prince George of Wales claimed to have seen the Flying Dutchman while aboard the HMS Inconstant near Australia. His log describes a strange red light as of a phantom ship all aglow, which vanished as suddenly as it appeared. And there's not a lot of theories with this one, just kind of like we said, cursed captain, him like cursing the gods, condemned him and his crew to sail forever as ghosts. So that's like what they think it is.
So Pirates of the Caribbean really took liberty with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's exactly what I thought of.
I was like, when do we get to Davy Jones?
And then another one is a time-looped vessel. Some modern paranormal theorists imagine the Dutchman is stuck in a time vortex, endlessly replaying its doomed voyage.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Sucks to be them. They can thank their captain for that.
Yeah.
But that wraps up my ghost ships.
I loved it.
Okay, good. Do you know any?
Oh, I only knew the Flying Dutchman.
Okay.
And isn't there another Mary one?
There might be. There was a lot. I just
Okay.
picked like a few that were like, I mean, they were all pretty interesting, but yeah, there was a lot of them.
Yeah. Also, the movie Ghost Ship, I think, is where I'm drawing a lot of my knowledge.
I've never seen that.
I feel like I saw it a long time ago, but
Mm-hmm.
I only remember, I think it might be, I don't know. I might be combining a bunch of different movies, but I feel like I remember the.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Ghost
honestly,
Ship.
could be. Well, there was
The
a
Black
swim. I
Girls.
feel like I remember like a swimming pool scene that was pretty disturbing. I think in Ghost Ship.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that would be really scary to see like a big ship and then it just like disappears.
Mhm.
Or if you know about it, like seeing that red light like in the mist, you're like,
Mhm.
oh no, it's coming. And
You're
it's like a
like-
bad omen. So you're like, what's going to happen?
You're like, well, something's going to happen.
That's why I just don't go in the ocean.
Okay. Avoid and be safe.
I'll watch from the beach. But anyway, that wraps up our episode for today.
Yep.
If anyone wants to send us any scary stories or just send us a message, you can email us at
IGSTTYstories@gmail.com.
or you can reach out to us on social media at
IGSTTY pod. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
yes. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Later.